as I mentioned, my name is Christian. I work with Skype for over 9 years now. I am running Skype USA for the last 4.5 years since we made Skype USA. Skype is originally a Swiss-based company. It was originally founded in Switzerland by two brothers. Being a company that in the meantime has spread over from all over the world on multiple continents, as you can see, we have a location right now. The U.S. location is in wonderful Florida, in Orlando. We have our headquarters in Switzerland, where the weather's a lot cooler right now than it is down here. We have an office we have a partner office in Germany, and we have our software development and support center in Eastern Europe, in Ukraine. Fortunately, it's not in the immediate crisis area, but it is in the Ukraine, and I know lots of things are happening there right now. But that doesn't hold us up from continuing our work and making sure that our products are up to date and that our services work. So as you can see, we're a company like many companies or like many organizations in today's world. We are spread around. We have folks working in different countries, different continents, different time zones, and we work together as one. We are a well-functioning organization. We know that in order to have a company work well, to do business in a good way, one of the key components is well-organized communication. In today's world, this means, for an enterprise, this can mean several things. Let's look at it let's look at the world map and some example company. On the one hand, we know we have multiple locations. We might have people not only working in multiple office buildings, but what's very common today in a world where 9 to 5 is not necessarily the usual business day anymore. People work out of their home offices. People work when they're on the road, when they go to exhibitions, to shows, to trade shows, to presentations on other sites. So they are on the road, and they still keep up. They check emails. They have other means of communication with their colleagues. So the one thing that is very important, obviously, is the internal communication. Organizations need to make sure that everything that is being spoken within the organization is under their control. That they have a good way to offer people, their workers, their users, how to communicate internally. So this usually is being done in today's world by telephony, maybe faxing a little bit. Maybe an instant messaging solution that they have running inside, email and an email. This is usually what's going. All this internal communication, mainly or mostly, is compliant. So every phone call we have, because we're in charge of our phone system, we have the records and everything internally. And if we use the corporate chat systems as well, everything stays compliant. Everything we do is within our reach. The next thing we have to do, we have to think about how to talk to our markets, how to talk with our customers, our partners, maybe governments that are in the area that we operate. How is it to talk with other folks, with end users, with companies, and so on and so on. So this usually also, it used to happen just via email or the phone. Many times we did have all that compliant, but what we have seen over time is that the means of communicating within the company, especially since we have started having people working out of their home offices a lot, and to talking to the end user markets, the paradigm shift of communication has happened. We don't use just email and our regular phones anymore. We have other ways of communication. We have social media, which is like an explosion of a new way to communicate, to present our company, ourselves, who we are, to everyone we want. We can display who we are to the world on this one page, and the communication is not only showing, but it's going two ways. People can comment on it. People contact us on Facebook. Another big example is Skype. Skype is not what it used to be, that you could show your grandparents, oh, look, I can make a phone call using my computer. CNN is using Skype on live reports. Big corporations are using Skype as well. And actually, I looked through some statistics. It's about 60% of all small businesses worldwide are heavily relying on Skype as a telecommunications method. So these channels that used to be well known and well used within the private sector now found their way into the enterprise world and are being used heavily. One thing, though, that they don't have, like the old, so to speak, more traditional ways that enterprises and organizations use for communication, is compliance and control over what we do. When we're using Facebook, when we're using Skype, we're not really in control of what's happening. We don't know what was said, when, what was told, what was written, and so on, what kind of calls were made. So these new methods of communication that found their way into the enterprise world, they scream for something that makes them business ready or enterprise ready, something that can capture all the ways of communication that we have made and bring them back into to the organization's control, so that we know what happened, when it happened. This is where Skype comes into place. This is what we made our directive of the software that we create. We want to make sure that when in today's world, everybody, we believe, should use all these new communication channels and communications methods. We believe you should use them because it's the best way to reach out to everyone. We also know that in order to use them effectively, they need to be integrated in a way that we already into the way that we already communicate. So they need to be integrated into the way we chat and talk today. The main tool that we are using is our email system. We maintain our contact database there. We manage our time management in the calendars, and we send and receive emails. I'm not saying email is dead. God forbid. Email is still one of the most important ways of communication, but it's not the only one anymore. There's many other ways that are being used and that should be used, because sometimes people need to get a message quickly. They need to receive a phone call, or if they we need to send them a text message, or we ping them on Skype because that's where they're online at this point. We want to see, or we should see, the information that our partners, or that someone posts on Facebook, that is information is being displayed on LinkedIn or Google Plus or Twitter, and so on and so on. So all these new channels, they are important. And what Skype is doing, we're integrating them all into your mail system. So using our software, everything becomes compliant and safe and integrated in one place. The tool that I really want to talk about today is Communicator. Communicator is our new big thing, so to speak. Communicator is a multi-channel communications tool. I'd like to open it up here and show you how it looks. What we see on the left-hand side is the Communicator client. We can see that all the contacts that we have are usually online on multiple platforms. We can see that people chat with each other, or make phone calls, or instant messages, or anything. They're usually available on at least one of those networks at the time. So if we need to talk to someone, we believe it's not important on what channel we talk. It's important that we talk, and especially that it's important that the content of the conversation stays compliant. So what we do is, as we can see, we can combine all the different communications channels where contacts are connected, and then just right-clicking a contact and deciding, sending him a text message, sending him an instant message, make a phone call, and so on and so on. Communicator integrates with the networks that we can see on the bottom. It integrates with if it's a voice over IP telephone system, you integrate with your phone system, and you use Communicator like a soft phone client. You can interact using the Novell Messenger with Communicator, and so on. Another new thing that Communicator brings is integration with social media. As we can see on the right-hand side of the client, We are connected to multiple social media pages. We have LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Google Plus for now. So that means we're always connected, and we can see within Communicator, we can see the streams, what information is being posted, what do people say on Facebook, what do people say on Twitter, what do people say on Google Plus or LinkedIn. If we want to, we can set filters. We can display only in posts or messages that are of interest to us. We can directly within these postings like them or share them or comment on them. We can also make posts. We can post on, we can create a post, add images, add text, whatever we want, and then we can add these postings to Facebook, to Twitter, Google Plus, or LinkedIn, whenever we want or whatever we want to do with it. We can have this. Here we see a list of the main features that Communicator has. As I mentioned, we can post on social media sites. We can connect the Communicator client with our voice-over IP phone system, with Skype, Novell Messenger, Google Talk, basically any XMPP-based instant messaging service. We can also connect to Salesforce and have our communication then synchronized with Salesforce. Communicator can also send text messages. So if you need to send a text message to someone, you can use the Communicator interface, and then you'll have the text message compliant in your mailbox. Another new thing with Communicator, you can choose if you want to write that back, all the information, all the communication history that you have made, if you want to keep that compliant within GroupWise. But you can also save all this information, if you wish to, into the cloud. So every phone call I've made, all the instant messaging transcripts of the conversations we've had, the text messages sent, the postings made, all these events, they can also be saved into the cloud, and you can access them any time, anywhere, if you wish to. Last but not least, the feature is not on here yet. Communicator has a secure chat feature, meaning with Communicator you can create an encrypted chat channel with your colleagues. I'm trying to. I think we just lost the image. Is that possible? Can anyone still?
Yeah, it looks like it went back to your original slides, not in the full screen mode.
Okay. Well, let's keep it in the smaller way then, because what I'm trying to do as well, I'm trying to show you everything on screen at this point. Right. What I would like to do also with Communicator, I would like to actually show you what it looks like in your mailbox, what the chats look like. Unfortunately, I had to reboot my machine. So let's get Doc Brown up here and do a quick demo. What I can show you while my Windows machine is still booting, what I would like to show you, well, I can't show you at this point because it's not up yet. Well, maybe I'm asking in the meantime. I apologize for that. We're still firing up. Oh, there we go. I need to share the other. Share. So now you should be seeing. Now you should be seeing a Windows screen. Is that correct?
I'm not seeing anything yet, but let's give it just a second to see if it will load. doesn't look like it's loading yet. I'm not sure if you want to back out and try it one more time and see if it will work.
Share. All right. Loading now.
We'll give it just a second and see if it will load. I can
So what
see
can
your
you
slides again.
slides? Oh, well, I would like to share the other. This would not be the one to share. Well, what I can do then is I can try, if you can see the slides, I can try and move into screen. To here. Can you see a Windows screen now?
Yes, I can. It looks like that will work.
Okay, well then we'll do it like that. Right, so what we can see here is, as we seen earlier, we can see the Communicator main client window. I have a list of all my contacts, of everyone that we work with. Let's look at this one here. We have, for example, we have Anton. I can make a call to him on his phone, on his business phone. I can send him a text, an instant message, which I can do right now by just right-clicking it. And one thing that I want to show here is, as you can see, the whole chat window is coming back up. What I can do here is I can create a secure chat. So Anton will receive a request from me to join our secure chat, and once this is done, we will be chatting in an absolutely secure. Nope, didn't work. Let's try again. Maybe what Anton is being sent in his Communicator client, he's being sent a request for the chat, which will look like this in Skype. So this means the connection that we have in the instant messaging, we can chat in Skype using an encryption that in Skype the whole chat will not be displayed. Maybe Anton is not online, then let's try Tonya here. All right, so now we have, here it works. So we can see we have a secure chat. I can chat with Tonya. As we can see in the Communicator window, the text we can see and we can read the text. And if we go back to the Skype client, open up the Skype client, all we can see is some gibberish. We will not be able to read whatever happens here. So our conversation will be secured from Communicator to Communicator client, and we can chat completely secure. Another feature of Communicator, obviously, is as I mentioned during the slides, Communicator saves all your communication events into GroupWise. So we have these new folders here: the instant messaging history. We have the received phone calls that will be displayed within GroupWise. As we can see here, I can see there's some Skype calls, there's some landline phone calls, again some landline phone calls, and so on. So all the calls that we have made, all the calls that we do, they will be saved within GroupWise. We will have these new entries in our GroupWise system, and we can see when we made the calls, what the time was, the duration of the calls. Obviously, that was just no one picked up. But let's see one where we have actually some. We've been calling back and forth a lot. But what I'm trying to just show here is that all the actions, all the calls that we are doing are being saved within GroupWise, and we have those calls here. Here's one with actually call notes. So I did have a phone call with a person here, and we made some notes to the call. We show that everything, all the notes I take during or after the call are being saved back to GroupWise. If I want to, I can go back into the Communicator call history, adjust the notes, and they will be saved again back into GroupWise. Same counts for our text messages. It also counts, as we showed before, for the instant messaging history. In the case of my chat with Tonya here, I spoke with her earlier today, and as we can see, it's all readable. Even the encryption will be saved, obviously encrypted, into GroupWise. So all the conversations we've had will be saved into GroupWise. They will also be, if let's say we go to the contact field and we're looking when we search for a contact within GroupWise, we're looking at the contact history that we have with this person, the communication history. Usually GroupWise shows us the appointments and the emails. Using Communicator, we will see the instant messaging histories, we will see the phone calls, we will also see text messages, Skype calls, and everything. So using Communicator, we add a lot of CRM functionalities to GroupWise that were not there. And if you're having a CRM in the back end, taking out information from GroupWise, taking out all the emails that you sent back and forth, this CRM system will then also take the additional information that you have from GroupWise. So it creates complete compliance and secures that everything you communicate within your working environment will be saved, will be placed in one, will be secured in one place. The other thing that we had in GroupWise here, as we could see, in Communicator, we can also make posts if we like to. So let's say we look into our Twitter feeds or Facebook feeds, Google Plus or LinkedIn, and everything we talk, everything we do is being saved within. We can interact with it here. Let's say tweets. We can like the tweet. We can retweet something. We can reply to it, and so on and so on. Or if we want to create a new post or tweet, we just choose which the Twitter account. We can choose which Facebook account we want to post it to, because in today's world, when organizations are using fan pages or corporate pages, they have several accounts they have access to. So in my case, I have access to my personal Facebook account, but I also have access to Skype's page accounts where I can decide to post on these pages or on LinkedIn. Yeah, this basically is Komnicator. This is our new big thing, and we really hope you like what you see. I wanted to know, are there any questions at this point? Anything that anyone wants to ask?
I have not seen any questions yet, but if you do have any questions, you can put those through on the chat or on the Q&A.
Right. Also, what I would like to show is how to get Komnicator. Komnicator can be downloaded from our web page. you can go to our web page. Let me move it in here so we can actually see it. If you go to our website, skypro.us.com, you will see that that we have under products, we have the fax solution or texting, and we have Communicator. If you click on Communicator, we actually have Communicator has its own web page where you can you find all the useful information on the product, how it works, and also obviously you will have a download to it. Once you have it downloaded and installed, you will be getting you'll be getting access to your online history through the Communicator web page if you're interested in saving it to the web page by itself. I believe we still have a couple of minutes, and while the web page is loading here, one thing that might be of interest to you or that I would like to show you in Communicator itself are within the settings. All the possibilities that you can connect to with Communicator. As you can see here, I have quite a few connections. I connected my Communicator client with GroupWise. I have it connected to Skype and to Salesforce. I have connected it to 3 different telephone systems. I have connected it to my Novell Messenger, to two of SkyPro's internal instant messaging services. I have a connection to Google Talk, to my Facebook page, to Twitter, to LinkedIn, to my Facebook. One is actually my Facebook chat, and the other one is my Facebook timeline. And adding connections, adding integrations for Communicator is as easy as a couple of clicks. I just choose what protocol I want to use, what I want to add. All I need then is the user ID, password, and the domain, and off we go. Everything that's needed will be asked accordingly. Integrations with GroupWise, if I wish to, I can tell the client to synchronize the communication that's happening through the Communicator client with GroupWise or not. I can even choose the folders where I want to save it. If I'm doing phone calls using Communicator, I can actually record those phone calls, and I can tell the client to attach those recordings, which were going to be WAV files, to the entries within GroupWise. Same counts for text messages or instant messaging histories, and so on. I can save all these events, everything that I'm doing with Communicator into GroupWise or the cloud. Right. Well, if there are no questions at this point, I really hope you liked what you have seen. I hope. I hope you liked what you have seen. Feel free to go online to download the Communicator client, or to shoot me if you have any questions. Feel free to shoot me an email. Let me know what you want to learn about Communicator. What SkyPro does, we do offer complimentary remote support and training during setup and installation, meaning if you're interested in learning anything about the client, if you have any questions during installation, let us know. We'd be happy to set up a quick online meeting and guide you through step by step how to connect it properly, how it works.